else this week, they'll remember that one. It's going to be a big day. Joke, it's for fun. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul C. Bear. I'm the president of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering here in Mason City, Iowa, and we have a term in Denver, Colorado also. We're here at the Best Western at Clear Lake, Iowa. This morning is November 19th, 2017. It's 9 a.m., and it's the only November 19th, 2017 that we're ever going to have. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Worldwide College of Auctioneering class of Worldwide November 2017 class graduation. And I really appreciate everybody coming out this morning. It's been a long week and it's been a fun week. And each and every morning at Worldwide, we would the students would want me to tell a joke each and every morning. And so I know that on Sunday morning, you're going to want to hear one last one. And so because it's Sunday morning, this will have a little bit of a religious slant. The children were lined up at the cafeteria of the Catholic Elementary School for lunch. At the head of the table were a large pile of apples. The nun had written a note and posted it on the apple tray saying, "Take only one, God is watching." Moving further along the lunch line at the other end of the table was a plate of chocolate chip cookies. A child had written a note and said, "Take all you want, God's watching the apples." So I want to welcome live stream this morning. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today's graduation is a culmination of over 80 hours of hard work of each and every one of the 23 folks, men and women that came here to become auctioneers. There was folks from Kansas, Minnesota, Illinois, Iowa, South Dakota, Georgia, Arkansas, Missouri, West Virginia, South Carolina, Washington, Tennessee, Virginia, Wisconsin. And it was been 80 hours of hard work. And the very first morning, as you folks know, I say we're going to work hard and we're going to have fun. And class, do you think you work hard? Do you have fun? I hope so. Life is short, and appropriate fun is always good. You know, we started every morning at 8 a.m. Sometimes we would get done at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. It's no small thing. And the class that we're here overcome a lot of things. One of the things that certainly we all know that we fear death the most in life, and we fear public speaking the next thing. And we did our best to take each and every student, each and every one of the folks that are in class out of their comfort zone. And I hope that we succeeded in that, because that was one of our goals in an appropriate and in a positive way. I just have want to tell you that this class has been an excellent class, and you know, you guys bonded together. You're friends. You supported each other. You helped each other, and and I know that you're going to become lifelong friends by your week here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and I commend you for that. You know, I've said so often, the Hall of Fame, which is over here for Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Our goal wasn't to make you a champion auctioneer or the world champion or an international champion, state champion, or whatever. Our goal was to try to help you become the very best auctioneer that you can be in your communities, in your churches, in your schools, and with your families and so on. That was our goal. All week we talked about the qualities of successful auctioneer, all the things that make up a successful auctioneer. And interestingly enough, they're not all, most of them are qualities that are not bid calling. They're second to bid calling, but they're first in becoming a successful auctioneer. I'd like to let you all know that you have a lifetime tuition here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Our door is always open, There's a reason that both of those doors are open back there, folks, and that's because you're always welcome here. And you saw auctioneers come and go this week that had been with Worldwide College of Auctioneering and had been students here and so on. They're always welcome here, and you're always welcome here. I also want to say, if I can find it, you'll be joining a family of auctioneers. And you have your families at home, but you also have your families here. You have a family here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering and other auctioneers. Some of the emotions that that people experienced this week was fear, and appropriate fear. When I say it's not scared fear, but fear. What's going to happen? Are they going to make me get up in front of other people? Yes. Fear is the unpleasant, strong emotion, anxious, dread, trepidation sometimes, and I think everyone experiences that when they do something different, or certainly when they come to auctioneer school. The next word is courage, and most people, when I ask if they're courageous, they say no. They say no, I'm not. I don't think of myself as being courageous, but courage is the ability to conquer fear. And so each and every one of the 23 classmates, you folks have conquered that fear of getting up and doing your very, very best. The next word is reward, something good given for attainment or achievement. Many times it's associated with risk, and you certainly risk being put on the spot and things like that, although I think we appropriately helped you train. We certainly didn't do anything to embarrass you or anything like that. That's we don't operate that way here. And along with reward, risk is first. Did I tell you I slept in this morning? I slept over this morning. I looked at the clock. It was 7:46. I called Vicki, and it's the first time, isn't it, 17 years that anyway, risk is exposure to possible loss. What are you going to? Are you going to be embarrassed, and et cetera, et cetera? And then reward is something good given for the attainment achievement. You're going to receive your diploma this morning as a reward for all your hard work this week, and you can have satisfaction, a contentment, and gratification for what you've done. And folks, many times people will say to myself or Vicki or Dawn, they'll say, well, you guys sure did a lot of stuff this week, or a lot of work. We didn't do anything. You folks did the heavy lifting. You're the ones that did it. And you'll find that you're the ones that are going to go out and be successful auctioneers. I can tell you without equivocation, folks, that it's really, really been very satisfying to me to be able to meet you folks and to be part of your life. I've gotten to do a lot of stuff in the auction profession, almost 50 years, and being the president of Worldwide College of Auctioneering is the most rewarding of any of it, because we get to pour into people's lives and so on. So thank you for allowing me to be part of your lives this week. I'd like to I'd like to ask Vice President Vicki Ginder to come up and say a few words. And, I've always say there's one person that does more for Worldwide than anybody else, and it's this good lady right here. Please welcome Vicki Ginder.
Thank you, Paul. I would just like to thank you, first of all, for choosing Worldwide College of Auctioneering and putting your trust in us to give you the very best in the auction industry education today. I also want to thank you so much for being an awesome group to work with. I know Dawn feels the same way. We've just really enjoyed getting to know you and working with you. And I just want to welcome you to our auction family and let you know that you are welcome to call us anytime with any questions or help that you may need. Welcome to. We really welcome, keeping in touch with you. But it is time to go home to your families, and we wish you a very safe trip home. We wish you happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays, and welcome to the auction family. Thank you.
Hold on just a sec. Folks, someone complimented me on my tie coming in. Do you like my tie? Hmm? Yeah. And anyway, every year, Vicky gives me a tie. This is the one she gave me last year. Every year she gives me a nice tie. And and anyway, not to be outdone, I give her a nice fruitcake from last year that's been left over. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's an auctioneer that comes from Orlando, Florida, and he heads out our bilingual auctioneering program. And he comes a long way to teach folks how to sell in Spanish and English. And I'd like to ask Angelo Lopez to come up. And, you know, one of the things that Angelo always says, and I hear him say to the students all the time, and I'd like to ask him, you know, maybe ask you a question. Sure. You always say when you're going to teach everyone how to count from 1 to 1,000,000. Yes. But can you tell us what happens after that?
Yes, Paul. If you... I teach you from 1 to 1,000,000. If you go over 1,000,000, call me, and I'll be happy to help you, which I've never had anybody do that yet. So I'm not going to stand by my phone waiting for your phone call. If you do that, just remember me. Anyway, I just want to thank, once again, it was great. We had fun. We enjoyed our class for a day and a half. I was able to help you out. I hope I was able to shed a little bit of light upon your career, help you, guide you, and please, like you're going to hear from all the instructors, if there's anything you need from me in the future, you've got my business cards, feel free to call me. Anything I can do to help you, I will. Okay? Be patient, enjoy this career because it's a wonderful career. You're going to have lots of fun with it, and just carry on, take care of your family, and don't forget your faith. All right? Thank you, and God bless every single one of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, if Vicki will come up, we are going to do the presentation of the diplomas, and the format is going to be, Mr. Zimmerman, you're going to be happy about this, aren't you? Folks, why don't you come up and stand here longer? Anyway, folks, we'll present you with your diploma, and then you're welcome to say anything that you want to say, et cetera, et cetera. And so we'll do that now. But Mervyn, before I present this diploma, there's somebody back there that's smiling. Would you ask that man to come up here with you?
Matt Zimmerman, come up here.
Matt came through auctioneer school. Was it a year ago now? A year ago now. These are two brothers. They're great guys. And I might say about you, Mervyn, that I always said that I love to work. He said, I love to work 16 hours a day, 18 hours a day, even 20 hours a day. And I don't know about you, but I very seldom ever see that or hear that. Most of the time when I'm talking to people, say, I hate to work. I'd rather lay in bed, like I did this morning. Anyway, but Dan, you added a lot to the class, and you did a great job. And I'm glad you didn't adhere to peer pressure and not sell with your cap the other night when somebody said, are you going to sell without a cap? And Dan said, no, I'm not. And anyway, Dad's an auctioneer. Jim is and does a great job, and his family and so on. They run a really good auction company down in Ames, Iowa. And Dad, I'm going to ask you to present the diploma to your son. And here you go.
Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you coming through this, and I know he's done a hard job getting up and speaking. There's one thing that Dan and I've always talked about is Matthew 7:7. It's ask, seek, and knock. And if you do that, life will get pretty good. And you have to do that when you're an auctioneer, or you won't get any business. This is my wife, Diane. Dan's the fourth one to go through this school. They've done a good job, and we'll keep sending them back.
Good.
Thank you.
Hey, hold on just a second. We're going to do this over again. You ready?
Okay.
Mom, I'm going to stand right in back of you here for a minute.
On behalf of Worldwide Auctioneers,
College
College of Auctioneering.
Congratulations, Colonel.
Congratulations, Colonel.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Dan, hold on a second. Dad and Mom, come on up here. Now, Dan, normally we just want people to, make short comments or something, but with you, can you talk to us for about a half hour?
Sure. Yeah. No, there's 23 faces that never saw each other before. You got to expect things to be different, but I really thought that everybody warmed up to each other very quick. Everybody's has that common courtesy. I feel like you're all raised right, however, whatever religion you want, but you guys believe in one, and you guys treat each other with respect. And that goes a long way in this world today, especially with what's going on. Just turn the TV on, and that's what matters. You all care for each other, and it's nice to be in a group like that.
Well said. Well said. Well, Dan, I can tell you at my house, everything on TV does go good because I usually watch Mayberry and Gunsmoke. So anyway, except for Marshall Dillon shooting a few people, Wilson Shirk, come on down here, please, from Riceville, Iowa. Look at this young man. Turn around. Smile at everybody. Hasn't Wilson added a lot to the class? You're a fine young man. And, folks, we all know that Wilson is just 16 years old. He's a second-generation auctioneer. But sometimes I'll hear people say, oh, this younger generation. This is the younger generation that is going to be running the world, and it's going to be just fine with you and your people like you, kids like you at the helm. So, Wilson, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Like Marvin said, it's been a very fun week, and I think we've all made some lifelong friends here that's not going to be forgotten.
Well done. Vicky's going to pin you, kid. Next auctioneer, Johnny Cash. Come on up here. Reuben Schrock, come on down here. Anyway, I say this almost every time because in one way or another, everybody does do exactly this, but you've added so much to the class. And, kid, you have so much potential. And you got that big, bassy voice, and you're a good kid, and you're going to go a long way. Reuben, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
I tell you what, I've made more friends this week than I've ever dreamed of. Every one of you guys are like brothers, sisters. I'll remember this from rest of my life. And I just want to say thank you to Paul, Vicky, Dawn, and all the instructors we had. Thank you so much. You guys changed my life. Thank you. Hello, my name is Johnny Cash.
Alex Schumer's from the great state of Tennessee, Minnesota most of all, though, isn't it? Yeah. I've got a neighbor right across the street, and his name is Walt, and he's a really, really good guy, and he always has a outgoing and friendly and helpful demeanor, and that's what you are. You have been all week. You know, I watched you engage with people, all your classmates and so on, and you've just got an excellent way about you, and I commend you. And I said it the other night, and I still think it, that you never know what's future's gonna hold. But I think that this young man right here, you might be looking at a future world champion livestock auctioneer. Alex, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you, Paul, Vicky. It's been a great week. Something I'll never forget, and I sure won't forget all of you. And I hope to be in contact with all of you in the future, and maintain the friendships we built. So thank you.
Good job. I'm going to ask two auctioneers to come up. Now, one's going to be a new auctioneer, and one is an auctioneer since 1964. Tom Sawyer. Ryan Sawyer, would you come up? You folks know that Tom was a high school principal and an auctioneer. He principaled over 1,500 students, and that's quite an accomplishment in my opinion. And Tom's dad was an auctioneer, and now Tom's son is going to be an auctioneer, Ryan. I really have a lot of respect for Tom because just because of his accomplishments in life. And then also coming here this week with your son had to be a fun week. Yeah, but yesterday afternoon, or the evening, I seen Tom and Ryan talking. Tom says, good night, I'm going up to bed, I'm tired. And I realized sometimes when you get over 60, you're ready to go to bed. I am anyway. And folks, you know Ryan. Ryan has got an accomplishments to beat the band. He's been part of national championship football teams, and he's a motivational speaker. He's the real McCoy. He's a real smart guy. And anyway, I'm sure that your dad appreciated you being here this week with him. I'm going to present this diploma to Tom. He already has one from 1964. Then I'm going to ask you to present the diploma to your son, if you will, please. Tom, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Colonel here, Vicky and Don, for allowing me to repeat this process and this education. It's been a wonderful, wonderful week to watch my son and be with my son, and something I'll remember forever. And just want to invite any of you who ever come to Seattle, a beautiful city and area of Seattle, to get a hold of me, and we'll go out and have a glass of lemonade. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Well done. Hold on just a second. Folks, just by show of hands, after Tom's invitation to Seattle, how many folks here are available to be at their house for Thanksgiving? Raise your hand. Looks like we're going to come to your house for Thanksgiving, Colonel.
Okay, Ryan, he's my youngest son, and I'm extremely proud of this young man. We spent a couple of nights after the sessions here up practicing in the room, and that was a lot of fun, and I'm just real pleased on your progress and how you've done, and I'm really proud of you, Ryan. And so, Ryan, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Education, congratulations. Here's your diploma, Colonel. Of auctioneering. I have too much education in my life.
I'm going to stop this one and tell a story real fast. So when I got married a little over 6 years ago, my dad actually did the wedding. And he did it. He started off and he was wound up a little bit. He's doing it so fast. And I'm, I appreciate saying I'm a smart guy, but I'm not overly sharp. So I made him kind of break it up into smaller portions, right? And so at first he was going so fast, and I said, whoa, Dad, you're not auctioneering. It's not an auction. You're getting me married here. So I made him slow down and take it up a little bit slower. But let's try that again here.
On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Also, I want to thank everybody just for the week and putting yourselves out there. I know it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me. This week really challenged me so much more than I anticipated. And like I said before last night, I believe I said it, just the personal growth was phenomenal. And I want you to know, whichever way that life takes you, without a doubt, there's not a piece of my heart and soul that doesn't completely believe in each and every one of you. And just continue to always put yourself out there, always take that next step, and continue to stretch outside your comfort zone, and never settle. Okay. So I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Well said. Well said, folks. There's someone I'd like to introduce that I forgot to introduce this morning. I had it in my notes, and then I didn't do it. I'd like to ask our social media instructor, Sarah Brewers, to please stand up and be recognized. Didn't she add a lot to our school and our class and social media? And next term, I want you to tell your friends and neighbors that are going to come, I'm going to teach the social media course next time. And instead of an hour like Sarah, an hour and a half, it'll be 5 minutes. So I'm just kidding. She's a social media director here as long as she wants to be. Adam Ross, come on down here. And Adam, see that pretty girl right there? She's either smiling at me or smiling at you, and I don't think she's smiling at me. Would you ask her to come up, please, his good wife? Adam, folks, as you well know, Adam spent, I think, 12 years, was it, in the service? 9 years in the service. He is 11 Bravo. That was his work number, and the work number is infantryman. And so he's humped, and he's done a lot of stuff, and has an Afghanistan tour, which is no small thing. You served our country, and you made us safe, and we appreciate that. And you're a good guy. And I'm glad that you were here. You really worked hard this week. It didn't come natural to you. You really, really worked hard to achieve what you achieved. And so, Adam, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. Thank you. You bet. And folks, it just goes to prove that a Marine and an Army man can get along a little bit.
I want to say the same thing everybody else did. Thanks to my wife for being here with me. There's several of you, and you guys all know it, that personally, we affected each other's journeys here. We made each other better. We helped each other out when we needed to. There's several of you I'm going to be calling as personal business associates of mine going forward. Thanks, everybody, for making this journey possible.
Well said. Well said. Will Roberts. How you doing, old buddy? Good to see you. Hey, you know, as you folks know, Will has traveled the world with Park West auctioneers on cruise ships, been all over the world. And I want you to tell John Block and Rob Duckett from Vicki and I, hello. We think a lot of you folks at Park West. You know, and he's got the distinction of selling the only Megalodon 2.6 million year old item in the student auction, class auction for St. Jude Children's Hospital. So good job. Will, on behalf of the William or Will? Will, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Again, to reiterate, thanks to everyone. But Paul, I know you like good auction humor, so I'm going to give you an auctioneer's joke, and I hope you all take this with you. It's horrible. Just be ready. It's a Paul joke, just so you know. But love you, mean it. Yeah. What does it take to become what does it take to sell, or what do you have to sell to become a successful auctioneer? Lots. That's funny. I don't care who you are. All right. But I do want to say thanks, and I know everybody's going to get boots on the ground soon, so enjoy your Thanksgiving and then get hard to work. knock on all the doors, shake all the hands, and remember, yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So work hard. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Well said. Thank you, Will.
Appreciate it.
Say hello to John and Rob for us. They're good folks. Shauna Pye come on down here. Look there, Vicky just drew blood. Anyway, Shauna really worked hard this week, as you know, and she's already a ring woman, and has had a career in that and done very good. I was especially happy to see Trish Brower come up. I sometimes say Trish King because that was her name before she got married, and sometimes I slip up. But Trish King or Trisha Brower is a lady does a phenomenal job in Kansas City as an auctioneer. She's also a member of the National Auctioneers Association Board of Directors. I think maybe only the second or third one that's had that honor. So, Shauna, you did a great job. You got a great smile and you got a great attitude. And on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for taking me out of my comfort zone this week in a very pleasant way. And, for the family that you are creating here, it's just phenomenal. You guys do a fantastic job, and I want to thank you and commend you for that. And looking forward to working with several of you in the upcoming months. Thank you.
Well done. Good job. Okay, Keith Powell, come on down here from Fairmont, West Virginia. How you doing? Hey, folks, would you agree with me that overall we should give Keith the Best Dressed Award for this week? What do you think, huh? Thanks for being here. I know Charlotte and Joe Powell are your good friends, and their son, Aaron. And Aaron and Andrew, and anyway, you travel a long way. And anyway, Keith is going to go to Minneapolis, take a blower on back to Pennsylvania, and he's going to be selling cars at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And so he's going right back into the fire. So Keith, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And may I say one other thing before you? You know, folks, I'd like the folks that are on live stream to know this, because this is important, and you folks that are in class know this because you saw it. But the other night, our friend, our Amish friend, Norman, and was bidding on the Megalodon shark's tooth that Will brought and sold, and Keith bought it for $1,000, and the money going to St. Jude. And Norman and he talked, and Keith just said, Norman asked him, why did you buy that? Keith said, I just wanted to help the kids, meaning the St. Jude kids. And he gave it to Norman. And Norman says, I'll pay you for it. And Keith said, no, you won't pay. You didn't know I knew this, but I did. Keith said, no, you won't pay me for it. I'll give it to you. And he said, well, then I'll send you something. He said, don't send me any money. If you want to send me a card with a thank you note, that's fine or whatever. But I don't want any money or anything for it. He's got a giving. And you remember the other night, he bid on a lot of stuff. And so you got a giving heart, my friend. Well done.
Thank you. All right. Well, thanks, Paul and Vicki and Don, for all that you guys do here. This has been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done, to be honest. And I really didn't know what I was getting into when I came here. I really didn't know what to expect. But this has truly been a great week, and I've met a lot of great people. And it's just an amazing feeling. And I remember early in the week, I was like, man, this is going to be a long week, especially after that first day. And I got up, and when they told us like a couple hours in the first class, you're going to get up in front of everyone, I was like, what? I was sweating so bad. And to get to today, and be sad to leave you guys. Of course, I want to get home to my family, but I'm gonna be sad to see everyone go. So thank you guys for everything. It's been a great week.
Well said, Colonel. Jimmy Parnell from down in Missouri, the man with the perpetual smile this week, isn't he, folks? Jimmy's always smiling. Hey, isn't he a good guy? I don't like him, but I think he is a good guy. Jimmy, thanks for being here. You added a lot to the class, and the things, one of the things I watched Jimmy, I got the best seat in the house. I watched Jimmy. If somebody was struggling or somebody was being challenged, pretty soon I see him over there, and Jimmy's sitting with him talking, and not teaching, but just kind of being there, and pretty soon, things start going. You've got that kind of an attitude and that kind of a personality. Jimmy Parnell, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And I've got a question for you. Are you from Missouri or Missouri?
Missouri.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Vicki. And thank you, Don. And thank all of you. And thank my wife. I appreciate her giving me the opportunity and taking care of everything at the house while I'm here today. And I love you, hon. And, like we talked, everybody that's standing up here, we're all going to have these life experiences. We're all going to take a new adventure, and we're all going to step out of our comfort zone. And that's what Paul and Vicki and Don and all of you have taught me to do, to take that extra step to step out of that comfort zone. And it's kind of like I feel like I've got a high school class here. I feel like we ought to have a reunion in 5 or 10 years. Probably 5, because Paul's not getting any younger. So but I've enjoyed myself immensely. We've sold from a crate of chickens to a bride at a wedding. And we've sold it all. And I enjoy each and every one of you, and I hope we all stay in touch. Thank you.
Now, Jimmy, hold on just a second. I just want to tell you, tell you, as long as they keep making VO5, I'm going to be a little younger than I am, actually. So, Katie McGee, come on down here from Ozark, Arkansas. Come on up here, Katie McGee. Katie, as you folks know, has a degree in poultry science, something like that. She also has a background and works in finance, so that's quite a combination. This week, when Katie goes back home, she's going to be looking up my old friend Kenny Wilcox. She's going to be looking up my old friend Neil Davis, and I understand from John that you're going to be speaking with Joe Wilson. You got a good start, young lady. Katie, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
I do my best to always keep it cool and collected and professional, but this week I've been a duck on the water, hopefully most of the time. You haven't seen me scrambling underneath the surface, but this has been one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. And that was one of the challenges I was given in college, was do one thing a day that scares you. And so I thank you so much for creating a safe space so that I could do something that terrifies me. And I so look forward to working with you in the future. As Alan Henslin said, isolation is death, and association it's going to give us life. And I know so long as I have you to work with, I can continue to take on whatever fears I have. So thank you so much.
Well done, well said. And Katie, may I say, you're talking about doing one scary thing every day. I do a scary thing every once in a while, and that is when Vicki is driving out of the parking lot. That scares me, I can tell you that, the way that she really goes. Sam Ingram from down in Cedartown, Georgia. Come on up, Sam.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Sam, you were runner-up in the opening speech. Shauna did the opening speech. But can you do the opening speech this morning? And I'm just teasing you. Sam is from Cedartown, Georgia, the same town as my friend Phil Tuck, and right up the road from Mr. and Mrs. J.L. Todd. J.L. Todd was one of the great auctioneers in our profession. And if you ever see his widow, Doris, please say hello to her for me. She's a wonderful lady. Sam, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. Well done, my good friend.
Thanks, Paul and Vicki and Don. Outstanding job this week. It's been a rewarding experience. Paul, in the old game of life, if you compare it to football, if you live to be 80, I'll be going into my fourth quarter next year. So we have an old saying back home, seize the moment. And all the classmates have done that. It's been very inspirational to have all you guys on the wagon. The interaction has been fantastic. I've learned something from every one of you, and it'll be a lifetime memory for me, and I won't ever forget about it. So thanks to all the teachers and the professors. The talent was there, the knowledge was there, and it's been an outstanding week.
Well said, Sam. Sam sat in the front table all week, and was something. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Holland, Watertown, South Dakota. How you doing, young man? Farm Credit Services man. That's right. How you doing? Great. Good. You have a good week? It was a great week. You added a lot to it. Jordan, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. Well done.
Thank you. Matt Lowry says left hand for me, so it's really hard to put what we just did into words for me, because there's so many emotions, and it's not quantifiable. But I came to auction school and I was thinking about a skill set, and it's we get the skill set, but it's so much. Everybody is. I've seen such great personal development too. So we have, you really peel us back one layer at a time every day, and then by the end of it, here you expose everybody's big heart of gold. And Miss McGee's so smart. She has my favorite quote too from Alan. But I'm really proud to be able to associate with everybody in this room, and I want us all to continue to do that. And you guys are amazing people, and keep doing what you're doing. Everybody's going to make an impact. So thank you very much.
Well said. Ben Heaton, please, from Adair, Illinois. This big guy. Ben was always on task, weren't you? You know what's interesting about you? You're always thinking. And the reason I know that is because you asked a lot of questions. And it was interesting to hear kind of what your questions were and kind of your development or kind of challenge, not challenging, but kind of thinking, what's next and what happens and so on. And I commend you for that, Ben. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. You're from the same state as my wonderful and beautiful wife, Suzanne.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my family back home and my friends. I couldn't do this without them, so thank you so much. And then the next thing is I'd like to thank Don, Paul, and Vicki. We all know this. This is an amazing college. It's awesome. We love it. And then most importantly also is the friends in this room. You have made me an auctioneer. You've made me a better auctioneer. And most importantly, you've made me a better person. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. You betcha. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to call this next auctioneer up. Would you help me? Doug? That moniker's good. For you folks that don't know, a lot of times things happen in class. And I wasn't there when it happened, but Doug sold something for $3 or something like that, and he got the moniker $3 Doug. And this fellow classmate affectionately put the moniker of $3 Doug on you, and it's been a lot of fun this week, hasn't it? In a good way. Would you ask your good wife and daughter to come up, please? Hey, folks, Doug really did a great job this week, and this wasn't easy for you. When you first came in, I can remember when Keith was talking about getting up for the first time. You were like a deer in the headlamps that first day, and that's one of the things. I have so much admiration for you, and I have so much admiration for you other folks that do what you need to do in order to be successful, not only at auction school, but beyond that. And this wasn't natural to you, and it wasn't easy for you, but you did a wonderful, wonderful job. I can remember the first couple of days, you just kept trying and kept trying and kept trying, and then good things happened. And that's why I have so much admiration for you. Doug Head, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. Well done. I want to thank my family for taking care of things at home, and I want to thank Paul and Vicki and Don, all the instructors. It's been a wonderful week, and all my friends I met. I mean, every day, the older you get, you still meet and make new friends. I think that's about all I got. I think I hope I didn't forget anybody, and good luck when you get out of here, and happy holidays, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Brandon Eaton, come on down here from Grant City, Missouri. Come on in, good wife, and bring the little baby, the 1-year-old baby.
Will you come up here, please?
How you doing? Good. There's an auctioneer, a very successful auctioneer in Memphis, Tennessee, and he's part of a family of auctioneers. His name is Steve Holt. And Vicki and I, several times this week, you and Steve resemble each other quite a bit, and so we've talked about that. And the baby, look at the baby there. She celebrated her first birthday at our student auction the other night, and so all the parties got to be at least that big or bigger from now on. Brandon, you did a great job. You're a great guy. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. I just want to thank Amanda and Paul and Vicki and Don and the whole class. It was a great week.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, a Illinois auctioneer and an actor and now an auctioneer, Bobby Duncalf. Come on, Robert L. Duncalf. Come on down here. What's up? What's up, dude? Anyway, folks, do you remember the first afternoon when Bobby was there? I said that you were as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs, as they say. And anyway, and as time went on, you just kept getting focused and focused and focused. And for me, let me say this, and probably the rest of the class, you showed me something that the first day I didn't know that you had. And you have focus, you're dedicated, you worked hard, you got a great personality. And I will say this, that if you want to be a successful fundraising auctioneer in Chicago, the world is your oyster, kid. You can do it, and I hope that you do. Robert L. Duncalf, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to the whole staff, worldwide, everybody here, and all my classmates. I had a really good time this week, and hopefully see you sometime in the future.
Well done. Young man from Rockford, Minnesota, Sean Reuters, come on down here, and would you ask your father to come with you? How you doing? Good, 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 good. Anyway, you know, Dad, you and I had a nice conversation the other day, and would you say a little something about that conversation?
Well, it's just the one thing I hear about the cadence in this room is around faith, family, friends, and community. So what a great position for him to get into this type of culture with all the businesses he could choose. This is the right place to be. So, thank you.
Well done. And I think the same thing. You did a wonderful job, kid, and it wasn't easy for you. It was pretty difficult, and there's times when I seen your eyes kind of glaze over and say, "Hey, man, what's gonna happen next?" And you know, it's kind of interesting. I commend Dad for being here this morning, and I always think of for you folks that are young fathers or young mothers too. You know, it's always interesting to me that when kids certainly was true with me and stuff. When kids are little, they always want to be with Dad and they want to be with Mom, and always wanted to be going with them and riding with them and being with them and so on. And then as things evolve and children grow up and stuff, then the parents want to be with the kids and share their big moments and stuff. And it's no small thing. So your dad being here at the end of the week was a big thing for him. I know that, and I had that conversation. And Dad, would you come over and present this diploma to your son?
So, Sean Bruders, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations and great job. We're proud of you. Congratulations, Colonel. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you. Stay right here.
So who had fun this week? Raise your hand. Perfect. No, you guys, this one is just really quick. I mean, bottom of my heart, I love all of you guys now. It's been a great experience. It's a fun time. Had some late nights, had some early mornings, downs, ups. It's just one big eye-opener in the experience, and it's just, you know, we walk out of here, some of us like, well, now what? And the journey never stops. The experience never stops. The learning never stops. Get in there, have fun, and we all need to keep in touch, definitely. You know, like you said, it's free to come back. Why not come back next year this time, see what's going on, see how everybody's doing? Oh, I thought you were trying to sell something there or something. But so that's just all. Thank you guys very much. I mean, like Jordan said, it's hard to actually get this up and actually take and say, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. But there's no words I can describe how much I appreciate all of you. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Well done, Sean. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, Jordan Bile. Come on down here. How you doing? Very good. Good to see you. Jordan hails from the great state of Kansas. And, you know, folks, one of the things that happens, as we all know, is that when you put a lot of people together, they either make each other better or they make each other not as good. And Jordan certainly made all of us better. And one of the reasons that he made us better is the other day when he shared some family challenges and other things. And that was no small thing. Probably 4 or 5 people came to me and they said they just really appreciated that you shared part of your journey and your family's journey with your little girl's sickness and so on. So that's no small thing. Jordan, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you, Paul. I do want to thank my family back home for all the support. All of you guys, everybody in here, I know everybody had their own challenges. I was able to recognize a lot of mine. Some of them it wasn't so easy. Thank you for all the support, Paul, Vicky, and Dawn. Thank you very much for giving us the environment to have everything happen the way that it did happen. So thank you guys, and good luck to everybody, and travel safe.
Well done. Well said. Well, that completes the graduation portion. We just got one small portion left, and that is at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. We have a bilingual auctioneering program. It's headed out by Angela Lopez from Orlando, Florida, the most recognized bilingual auctioneer in the world. And Angelo, we dismissed Angelo a few minutes ago, and the reason is his little boy is in Minneapolis, and he wanted to go up there and spend a couple hours with him before he flies out to Orlando, Florida. And so that good father that he is heading to Minneapolis to see his little boy. His priorities are right. I think we would all agree. I'd like to ask Vicki to come over and take it from here for bilingual auctioneering program. And here's Vice President Vicki Ginder.
Thank you. You can come up as we call your name and just stand on one side or the other, if you would, please. Jordan Bile. Robert Duncalf. Benjamin Kelso Heaton. You're welcome. Jordan Holland. Congratulations. Samuel Ingram. Congratulations, Sam. Katie Jo McGehee. Jimmy Parnell. Congrats. Shauna Pyfrom. Congratulations, Shauna. William W. Roberts III. Okay, congratulations, Will. Adam Ross. Ryan M. Sawyer. Congratulations. Alex Schomers. Congratulations. Ruben Schrock. And then I'll read what the diploma certification reads here. On behalf of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, Mason City, Iowa, Ruben Schrock, certified bilingual auctioneer, has completed the course of study in bilingual English-Spanish auctioneering, voice and oratory, and hereby granted this diploma certification on this 19th day of November 2017, signed by the president of the school, Paul C. Bear. Congratulations to all of you.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the folks that took bilingual auctioneering training and now they are certified bilingual auctioneers. Thank you. Well done. Congratulations. If you'll be seated, Vicki and I will close off, close out, close up, whatever. We said that we would utilize your time and respect your time to the best of our ability this morning at graduation, because I know folks have been gone from their families and their homes sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10 days, and that's no small thing. This Thursday is Thanksgiving, and so we wish each and every one of you a Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. About a month from now is Christmas, and we wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas, and wish you all the best in the world. We have a lifetime tuition here. When you graduate at Worldwide, you're always welcome here at Worldwide. I'd like you to go home and certainly thank your families for who's ever taken care of the stuff that you were doing before you came to auctioneer school. And I especially commend you, class. I really do. It's no small thing what you did and what you accomplished this week. When Keith said, I couldn't believe the first day that when they said you're going to get up. It's kind of interesting to me because a lot of people, not all of them, but a lot of people have a shocked look on their faces. Oh man, you overcome that. You got on the microphone. It's Friday night at the St. Jude Children's Hospital auction that you did a wonderful, wonderful job. It was a lot of fun, and we worked hard. We had fun. And there's a beginning to everything and there's an end to everything. This is the end of your Worldwide College of Auctioneering training, but it's the beginning of your auction career. So every thing has a beginning and an end. So, Worldwide College of Auctioneering, November 2017 class.
You are dismissed. I'm not good at this either, so be careful.
Just throw them to me and I'll keep passing.
Good one, Paul.
I think I'm going to duck and cover. My dog's going to love
Bobby, you need one?
Yeah, I told my friends.
That was a good one, wasn't it, Cody?
That was great. Come on.
Woo! That's it. Safe travels. You're so very, very, absolutely.
Appreciate it very much.
Welcome.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And I want your wife's boots.
Yes, sir.